Hello, welcome to Moonlit Justice Oracle. I'm here to do a Divine Counterpart river reading for Earth and Fire. Earth and Fire can mean based on significant astrological placements, and or it could mean that the counterparts identify or resonate with Earth and Fire energy. Or people just like Earth and Fire for some reason, you know? Who knows? Thank you for being here. Thank you for everything you do in support of this channel. I appreciate you. Alright. Let's see. So we're going to be focusing on the river concept again. I'm going with that and going through all the elemental combinations. There are 10 in total. And I believe this is the third combination we're doing. And we're basically going to be looking at how the divine counterparts are influencing, affecting, contributing to this metaphorical river that's shared between divine counterparts. Yeah? Alright, fire and earth. What's on the bottom? Prosperity. You have all you need to thrive right now. Wealth, growth, success. Breaking trail, a breakthrough is at hand. I already pre-shuffled these. And I noticed breaking trail. Breaking trail has been popping up for a lot of the counterpart readings, I believe. A breakthrough is at hand. It's like seeing a new path or becoming aware of a new path in some way. Prosperity. You have all you need to thrive right now. Wealth, growth, and success. Alright, let's first look at the Divine Feminine's river water energy. What is Divine Feminine's current river water energy in this earth and fire combination? Divine Feminine's river water energy. I'm using the wrong deck right now. Cool. What is Divine Feminine's current river water energy in this earth and fire counterpart scenario? Distant thunder, clearing the air. So this Divine Feminine's current river water energy is clearing the air. So if we're speaking of a river water, right? Of the river water, clearing the air is, I'm kind of getting the filtration. I don't remember what reading that was, if it was the first main river reading, or perhaps earth and water. Distant thunder, clear the air. Focusing on purification, clearing the air. So when I see clearing the air, it's like this thunderstorm. There's lightning, there's turbulence, there's chaos, darkness. It's more in the past. Clearing the air is like the rainbow after the storm, or whatever they might say. Clear the air. So there's been some kind of turbulence in the past, let's say. There's been some kind of darkness, conflict, but currently the Divine Feminine river water energy is focusing on filtrating out any, what's the word I'm thinking of? Impurities. That's what I'm getting. Impurities. Filtering out impurities. Making room for more fresh, clean water to come into the river. Doing what they can to ensure that there's more pure, fresh, clean water. What's the Divine Masculine's current riverbank energy in this connection? What's the Divine Masculine's current riverbank energy? Divine Masculine, earth and water, or earth and water, earth and fire combination. Earth and fire. There might be something about that, earth and water. Because if we're talking about like astrological placements, right? Like someone in this connection might have strong water, strong fire placements. Alright. What is the Divine Masculine's current riverbank energy in this connection? Earth and fire. Joy and delight. We got 2. Joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. This is a very youthful light energy. Opening their heart to joy. Experiencing joy and delight. A more youthful energy. We've got a younger figure here. Free-spirited. And we have hope, love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. So this Divine Masculine's current river bank energy is very, very joyful, delighted. I'm getting a sense of like awareness. Some kind of awareness, like perhaps a newer awareness of something regarding this connection. Because I'm not feeling cleansing water. Purification activates vibrant life force. There's something about this divine feminine's river water energy, the purification we were talking about, activates vibrant life force. That's what this joy and delight, open your heart to joy, it's activated some kind of vibrant life force for this divine masculine. The fresh, clean river water is affecting the riverbank, the riverbed, in positive ways. It's helping this divine masculine, the riverbank and riverbed. It's helping to purify that earthiness as well. Infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. Yeah, there's something about that. We'll look more into it, of course. How are these two counterparts' combined energy affecting their river? For earth and fire. How are their valiant courage, take action with passion? This is, you know, if we're talking about the actual river, the river is now flowing with passion. It's flowing rapidly in some way, because I'm trying to envision what a passionate river would look like, right? I'm seeing like lively, rushing, clear waters. This could be leading to one or both counterparts taking action with passion, going towards what they want. It's allowing these counterparts to feel like taking action with passion in some way. It's giving one or both counterparts the courage. Clearing the air for divine feminine, opening your heart to joy, joy and delight for divine masculine. Yeah, there's something here about like a new perspective or new energies in some way. Something's changed. That's what I'm getting. Something's changed for the better, possibly recently, or it's been in the process of happening. What is the divine feminine river water energy in this earth and fire counterpart combination? What is this divine feminine energy currently doing that's helping the river? What is this divine feminine currently doing? Well, that's a couple. Traveling lightly, simplify your life. Again, this hope card. This came out with joy and delight for divine masculine. Hope, love and acceptance, love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. This might have something to do with thoughts. I'm not sure what this divine feminine energy's thoughts were like in the past. That might be what this distant thunder, that storm, that might be what that storm represents in a way, or it could be part of it. I mean, with the lightning, right? Lightning. Something about thoughts. Choose loving thoughts. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Traveling lightly. Simplify your life. This is someone who is choosing to release baggage. They're choosing to no longer hold on to what's not meant for them on this path, on this journey. Simplify your life. They could be doing things that are helping to simplify their life. That could also be part of this distant thunder energy. The dark storm clouds in the distance there, that could have been, I don't know, any form of complexities that weren't beneficial, any form of, because simplify, right? Simple, complex. Complex would be the opposite of simple, right? Unnecessary, yeah, with traveling lightly. Leaving what is unnecessary, leaving what is bogging this person down. I don't think I've ever used that word in my life, bogging. Bogging this person down, understanding that they don't need it where they're going. They don't need whatever that those complexities are. If it's thoughts, if it's in someone's actual physical life, like physical realm. And that is helping this river shared with the divine masculine. What is this divine masculine's energy? Narrow pathway. I didn't finish my sentence, but it was already in my thoughts. I was going to ask, what is this divine masculine currently doing that's helping the river? Narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. So this is someone taking actions in a thoughtful, mindful manner. They're thinking about what they're doing with this narrow pathway, right? This narrow pathway is, they're not, what am I getting? They're being careful about the actions they take. They're being mindful. Not because of fear. I'm getting more of because of care or because of, yeah, with this tree growing. Again, this is, so far this is reminding me of another reading. I don't know which one it is. This tree down here, right? If we're talking about the masculine energy as the riverbank, riverbed, that's the That's the earthy energy here. That's what's holding this river, this divine feminine's energy. It's the, what's the word? I wish I had my notes here. I should bring those back. The notes I made when I first came across this river concept. It's like, it's the path built that allows this feminine's river water energy to flow through it. Yes, the river water energy can help shape and affect the river bank, the river bed, right? But ultimately, I believe that it's the masculine's river bed, river bank energy that kind of sets the tone for this river in a way. Narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. So they're currently thoughtfully creating the riverbank, riverbed. They're being very thoughtful in the moves they make. And again, it's not because of fear. I mean, there might be an element of fear, caution in a way, but that's not what I'm getting. I'm getting it's more of a, it's because they care kind of way. With this tree, they're trying to ensure that there's growth here on this riverbed, riverbank, within this connection, right? If the river is a metaphor for connection. They're making moves because they care about the growth of this connection. They're being mindful about actions they take. How are what these counterparts doing? How is what these counterparts are doing affecting the river they share? How is what they're doing affecting the river they share? Stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. This is allowing the river to become more powerful. It's allowing the counterparts to step into their power. Understanding the powers they have. As individuals together, you are strong beyond measure. It's creating a strong river, a powerful river. It's creating strong, powerful counterparts, a strong, powerful connection. What can the divine feminine river water energy do to continue helping this river? What can the divine feminine river water energy do? Continue helping this river. Wise leader, you are a beacon for others. Interesting, and I'm seeing like there's like a lake or a river, land. There's something going on here. The fire. Wise leader. So the divine feminine energy, perhaps, if they haven't been in some way a leader in this connection, in the creation of this river, they're being encouraged to step into that power as leader, following their passions, right? With the fire there, that spark of information, interesting, spark of inspiration. You are a beacon for others, shining a light, because fire creates light, right? It creates warmth. You are a beacon for others. Yeah, so I'd say if this divine feminine has been a leader in some way, continue doing that, or step back into that power. If this divine feminine has been taking more of a passive approach, they're being encouraged to step more into a leadership role in some way. You are a beacon for others. What can this divine masculine riverbank, watching clouds, lie back, rest, and relax? This divine masculine energy can, it would be beneficial if they relaxed in some way. Yeah, I'm kind of seeing like the feminine energy taking on the leadership role in some way, and this divine masculine energy being in a more relaxed, restful state. Or like, okay, if they're currently going about building this riverbank, riverbed, right? And they're being very thoughtful, mindful about the actions they take. They're being encouraged to relax, like to not stress out about it, or to not. I'm kind of getting like don't take things too seriously, but I don't mean that in a way of like negligence or because they're in this joy and delight energy, right? I think it's important that they continue to go about this in a lighthearted way, in a way where it's like they're not taking, what am I getting? Watching clouds. Lie back, rest, and relax. Like, it might be beneficial. for this divine masculine energy to go about something here in a more rested, relaxed manner. And perhaps allow, because it's like when we, hold on, I have to get my notebook. I wrote something down a long time ago. Well, a long time ago, who knows? That was like a week ago, but it feels like, friggin', since the dawn of time. Okay, it's suggesting that, hold on, let me gather my thoughts. Let me gather my thoughts for a minute. This is upside down. It took me a while to figure that out. Where did I write this down? It's been so long since I've looked. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. Okay. Balance is not static, it's responsive. That's what I wrote when I was first looking into the river situation, right? And it's like, in these counterpart scenarios, it's, yes, we have a divine feminine, yes, we have a divine masculine. Feminine and masculine energies represent different things, right? Masculine energy typically represents the more like active, there's other words, active energy. And the divine feminine usually represents, in general, like the more passive, receptive energy. But in these counterpart situations, it's not like the divine feminine is always going to be in this passive energy and the divine masculine is always going to be in this active energy, right? It's a constant switching, it's a constant finding the balance, finding harmony within this connection requires being responsive, responding to the energetic needs of the connection. So at some points, like I believe right now in this connection, and at some points, this divine masculine is encouraged to either, whilst being in an active energy, come about it in a relaxed manner. And this divine feminine is being encouraged to take a more active approach in some way. And that's part of this responsive balance. It's not static. It's not always the same. It's constantly changing, you know? If that makes sense. I think it's relevant because I got up from the table, and that means something. If I was called to actually get up from this table during a reading, it was for a reason. Okay. And of course it's a combination, right? Because when someone's in masculine energy, there's always going to be a little bit of feminine energy too. And when someone's in predominantly feminine energy, there's always going to be a little bit of masculine energy too. So it might be suggesting that it's like taking those little, like the divine masculine, taking that bit of feminine energy and utilizing that right now. The divine feminine taking that little bit of masculine energy that they possess and utilizing that right now as part of this harmony, this balance in the connection. How will these combined efforts help their river for earth and fire? How will these combined efforts, passion and pleasure, savor your life? Wow. Savor your life. I'm getting this joy and delight kind of energy with the river, like passion and pleasure. Like these people are around this fire, they're celebrating, they're having a great time. They're just enjoying life. They're doing what they're passionate about. They're finding pleasure in this. Like, it's like, okay, wow. So with wise leader, right? This person is holding this flame. They're taking the lead. They're being an inspiration in some way. They're influencing in some way. And then how this will how this will affect their river, passion and pleasure. We have that fire in the middle. It's like that fire, it's not the reason they're partying the damn night away, but it's definitely adding something to the party. You know what I mean? It's lighting up this party. It's inspiring with passion, right? Fire, passion, and energy. Okay, here's what I'm getting. So with the divine masculine being encouraged to watch clouds, lie back, rest, and relax, right? A more passive energy, a more receptive energy. And then the feminine being encouraged to be the wise leader, being a beacon for others. It's like, you see this person over here, they've got a tambourine, They're standing up, and it's not like they're performing. In a way, they're performing because down here, they're being watched. They're being observed, having a good old time with their tambourine. I'm kind of seeing that as the feminine energy, like. And then I'm kind of seeing the two energies down here kind of more as the masculine energy, just chilling out, watching it all happen, enjoying the moment, you know? Passion and pleasure. Okay. Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. It's important for both counterparts to trust their inner voice. I believe they are. I mean, I think they're just being encouraged to continue listening to your inner voice, not allowing any external influences to affect them in some way. Okie dokie. Fire and earth, huh? Okay. Why is distant thunder here for the Divine Feminine's current river water energy? Why is distant thunder here for the Divine Feminine's current river water energy? Clear the air. Distant thunder, clear the air for Divine Feminine's current river water energy. Fertility, you're creative and prolific. You birth new ideas. Grow, nurture, child. Yeah, it's like when we're talking about removing impurities from water, right? We can't, life, I mean, I don't think so, but I could be wrong. Life can't grow when someone's, like a plant, let's say. Someone's got a plant, and they're watering it using, like, filthy water, or, like, water that's impure in some way, or tainted in some way. Chances are, and again, I'm no horticulturist or anything, but I believe that would negatively affect the growth, the creation of that plant in some way. And so I think this Divine Feminine is doing something that's allowing this river water to become more fertile, to become more pure, more beneficial in some way. New ideas. Maybe there's been some kind of, this Divine Feminine had some form of new ideas, and this led to clearing of the air in some way. It's led to nurturing of this river, of this connection, the growth of this river and connection. Creativity. Maybe this Divine Feminine has been channeling their creativity or maybe coming about, or maybe integrating a more creative approach in some way. Why is joy and delight here for the Divine Masculine's current energy as the riverbed? Joy and delight for the Divine Masculine. Why is joy and delight here for the Divine Masculine? Dancer, victory is at hand and you have cause to celebrate. Conquest, triumph, joy. Again with joy. There's a lot of happiness over here in the Divine Masculine's energy. And I strongly believe, like, yes, we create our own happiness from within, right? But I think that this Divine Feminine has influenced that in some way. I don't know how, but they've done something. Could be from purifying this water, right? It's contributing to this masculine's joy and delight. Victory is at hand, and you have cause to celebrate. Victory is at hand, Dancer. I'm being drawn back to the dancing energy here. Conquest, triumph, joy. This Divine Masculine could be feeling triumphant or victory. Like they see victory in some way, and this is making them feel joyful, delighted. Perhaps that's why Valiant Courage is here. I don't know if this masculine, I'm kind of getting like this Valiant Courage, taking action with passion. This isn't just the masculine. It's not just the feminine. This is both counterparts. This feeling of being joyful and delighted, seeing victory in some way, having cause to celebrate, experiencing some kind of triumph, it might be leading these counterparts to taking action with passion, taking action toward what they want, what they desire, what they're passionate about, finding that courage within. There's some kind of inspiration here, I think, because with Wise Leader, right, for Divine Feminine's like what the Divine Feminine can do in the river water energy to continue and help this river. There's something about that. If they continue to do something, it's allowing both, one or both counterparts to take action with passion. There's something about that that's like twisting me up in some way. It's connected but separate at the same time. So if I'm to say both counterparts taking action with passion, it's like a oh, that's what it is with the balance I was talking about. It's not static, it's responsive. It's like a, not a push and pull and like a, what am I getting? It's a dance. That's what it is, dancer. It's a dance. It's like, well, I don't know how to dance properly. Like someone steps back, the other one steps forward, but it's like understood that it's happening in some way. Or because one person is stepping forward, the other person is stepping backward, and it's like, it's finding this dance, this rhythm. That's the damn word, rhythm. There's a rhythm to this connection that's working really well. All right, valiant courage, take action with passion for how these combined energies in this earth and fire combination, how their combined energies are affecting the river. Valiant courage, take action with passion. Inner child, allow yourself to play, create, and have fun. Yeah, there's something going on here. Inner child, joy and delight. It's very youthful, like fun, playful, creative. Yeah, there's something going on here, some kind of dance. Youth, relax, enjoy, take action with passion. It's like sometimes we take action towards things and we're like, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to. But then sometimes we take action towards things and we're excited about it. We're enthusiastic. It's fun to us. It's more lighthearted. So for the Divine Masculine side on this, or for the Divine Masculine over here on this side, I was suggesting that it might be beneficial to come about taking these steps in a more relaxed manner, or not hesitating to go about things in a more relaxed, lighthearted manner. I think that would be beneficial in this dance. Why is traveling lightly here for what the Divine Feminine energy is doing as the river water? How that is benefiting the river. Why is traveling lightly, simplifying your life? For the Divine Feminine, traveling lightly. Happiness. This is a time of good fortune and joy. Choice, pleasure, free. Wow. This reading is full of good vibes. It's a really good feeling. And I think it's coming from that balance, that harmony, this dance. Choice, pleasure, free. Yeah, because with traveling lightly, simplifying your life, like when you're carrying a backpack and it weighs 82 pounds, like shit. But if you find ways to, say, go through this backpack and be like, I don't need this, I don't know, cinder block. I don't need this bowling ball. Like, I don't necessarily need this on my path, so I'm going to leave it on the side and carry on. It creates a feeling, a more free feeling, right? Happiness. Simplifying their life is leading this Divine Feminine to feeling more happy, more light, more free, finding more pleasure in life. Narrow path. Whoa. Freedom. It's time to release what's holding you back. Brave, let go, and move on. I'm not going to take this officially, but it did pop out. Freedom. It's time to release what's holding you back. Brave, let go, and move on. This might be regarding what we were just talking about for the Divine Feminine river water energy. One or both counterparts could be experiencing that. Narrow pathway for what the Divine Masculine is currently doing that's helping this river. Narrow pathway for what the Divine Masculine is currently doing that's helping this river. Shaman, you commune with spirit for healing and guidance. Trance, message, cure. Conquer, you overcome struggles and heal old trauma. Hope, persevere, ascend. I'll take them both. Conquest, triumph. What did I just see? Conquer. Conquer, conquest. Yeah. So this Divine Masculine is currently taking the steps in a thoughtful, mindful manner. They want growth at this river. They want growth in this connection. So they're taking certain steps, and they're not being reckless or impulsive about the steps they're taking. They're being very thoughtful and mindful about what they're doing. They may be communing with spirit for healing and guidance, or they're receiving guidance from spirit. Trance message cure. Trance message cure. With cure, right? Like they might be they might be going about something because they want to help with the, like I want to say cure. I mean, cure is a solution to an illness or something like that, right? So perhaps that has to do with the river. Like if this river has at some point in the past maybe was not doing well, the river was sick. I said that again. I think this reading is going to be very related to a reading I've done in the past. I don't know which one. Yeah, they're carefully going about trying to heal this river, this connection themselves. Like it's all related, right? Trance message cure. Conquer. You overcome struggles and heal old trauma. This divine masculine is treading thoughtfully. They're overcoming struggles and healing old trauma. That's not a fast process. It shouldn't be forced. It shouldn't be rushed. A process like that, overcoming struggles, healing old trauma, yes, it can go quickly. But it's necessary for it to be given time and space to properly develop. You know what I mean? If we rush people, if we do things that make people feel pressured, what am I trying to say? And this isn't just about other people, this is with ourselves too. If we rush to try to heal ourselves, if we rush to try to overcome struggles, we could be missing crucial steps to our growth, to the growth of a connection, to the healing of this river, It's important that we take a slower, more thoughtful approach to these scenarios for long-term success. It's like, I'm going to use an example. So last summer, I'm not going to go into full detail because it's a really kind of messed up story. And I could go on I could go on forever about it. But last year I experienced something very traumatizing. And I tried rushing myself through the healing process. And that backfired in a major way. At first I thought it was cool. And it turns out by rushing the process, by trying to just get it over with, it ended up backfiring in a major way that had severe consequences in my life. And had I just taken the time to allow myself to fully process what happened, to fully experience what I needed to experience emotionally, it probably would have turned out differently and not have had such severe, more long-term consequences. I think I always come from a mindset of whatever happens was meant to happen. Like, even if we would have gone back and done things different, I think there's importance to how it has happened, even if it's not ideal in hindsight. You know what I mean? I think that it's important that it happened that way for whatever reason. Sometimes we can't see it immediately. Sometimes we see it later on. But it's kind of an example of when you try rushing. Uh-oh, fire just left. Okie dokie. What was I saying? Maybe I was done. Rushing processes that shouldn't be rushed can lead to consequences that end up just delaying things or leading to someone not fully healing and moving on and releasing. You know what I mean? It's like suppressing things. I think that when we try to rush healing processes, we're either either leading to the suppression of emotions in some way, or, I don't know if that makes sense, maybe it's relevant. Stepping into power, you are strong beyond measure for how what these counterparts are doing is affecting the river. Stepping into power, you are strong beyond measure. Beauty. See the beauty in your life and in yourself. Blessing, grace, thanks. Beauty. See the beauty in your life and yourself. Yeah, with stepping into power, right? It's when we step into power, either before we do that, while we're doing it, after we do that, we discover the beauty in ourselves and in our lives. This river is thankful. This river is feeling blessed. It's being able to flow with grace. This river is a blessing, feeling blessed. Beautiful river, beautiful, powerful, strong river. Why is beauty here with stepping into power for how what these counterparts are doing is affecting the river? Beauty with stepping into power. Union, you are building a secure and lasting relationship. Love, warmth, together. Absolutely. You are building a secure and lasting relationship. Yeah, by both counterparts stepping into their power as individuals, stepping into their power within this connection. They are building a secure and lasting relationship. Love, warmth, together. I keep seeing this watching clouds because, okay, we have this union, right? It's a woven blanket of sorts. And I keep, like, glancing down at this card with watching clouds because if you can see this, there's, in this hammock, there's, I believe that's the pattern of the hammock, but also the pillows. Like, there's something about, for this divine masculine, there's something about this connection. Lie back, rest, and relax. What was I saying before? Not taking things too seriously, but in like a positive way. Narrow pathway, being thoughtful about the actions they take. Like if this divine masculine finds themselves feeling worried or stressed out in some way, or there's something about this. I don't know if this is going to make sense. But I think there's something about them finding comfort with this, in this union. Like, warmth, love together. Like, I don't know. There's something about that. What is it? Stepping into power, you are strong beyond measure. Finding comfort in this union regarding what it looks like in the physical reality. You know, like we're talking spiritual connections here. A lot of it's energetic. A lot of it is unseen by standard kind of, I mean, these like eyeballs, you know? allow, it's like, oh man, this is so difficult to articulate. It's like, I don't know if there's a sense of pressure. Because when someone's laying in a hammock, there's a book here. When they're just chilling, there's a mug with like coffee, tea, any other kind of beverage. When someone's in this kind of scenario, right? I don't think they're feeling pressured in any way. There's something about that. So if they find themselves feeling some form of pressure or feeling like rushed, okay, this is what I'm getting. If they're ever feeling rushed, pressured, or whether that's by another influence or within themselves or both, it's important for them to relax, rest. It's like wrapping themselves up in this blanket, understanding that despite what things might look like in this physical realm, right? They are in this union already. They are connected already. They can find comfort in that. I don't know what that might mean to someone. If they're needing help relaxing or in some way, there's something about that. I'm going to move on though. Wise leader, passion and pleasure, watching clouds. Alright, wise leader for what the divine feminine can do to continue helping this river, to continue helping this connection. Wise leader for what the divine feminine can do to help continue helping this river. Wise leader, you are a beacon for others, for the divine feminine. Wise leader. Whoa! Okie dokie. Change. You are experiencing a sudden transformation. Hold on, I'm not trying to put on this kind of show. Change. You are experiencing a sudden transformation. End, begin, renew. Being a leader, a wise leader, being a beacon for change, transformation. I don't know if this divine feminine is going through some kind of major change, significant transformation. It could be beneficial for them to help lead others in some kind of way. Because with change, right, there's like fire. You are experiencing a end, begin, renewal with the purification of this water. It's renewing the water. Whatever significant changes, transformations this divine feminine energy is experiencing or creating, both, they're being encouraged to step into a leadership, influential. They're being encouraged to use wisdom, right? Wise leader. Use whatever wisdom they're gaining or have gained to help influence in a positive way or beneficial way. Influence, guide, lead others. Whether that's many people, whether it's this masculine energy, all of it. Hold on, I need to make sure I'm not being like just too wild here. Okay. All right. Change. Wise leader, you are a beacon for others. Watching clouds for what this divine masculine can do to continue helping this river, this connection. Wise watching clouds. Lie back, rest, and relax here for what the divine masculine can do to continue helping this river. Lie back, rest, and relax. Cleanse. Clear negative energy from your space. Free, release, detox. Yeah. Clear negative energy from your space. Free, release, detox. Watching clouds. Yeah. It's like relax into the feeling of freedom. Releasing what is negative, toxic. Detoxify. There's something here. It's similar to the feminine's water purification energy. It's like whatever this feminine has been doing that has helped clear the air, clear up the river water, purifying it, simplifying their life, right? The divine masculine is being encouraged to do something similar. And I believe it can be done by relaxing, resting, going about something in a more relaxed manner, or allowing themselves time to just chill. Yeah, if they're currently taking steps, taking thoughtful, mindful steps, right? They're taking action. I think that they're being encouraged to rest, allow themselves to rest. If that's what they're feeling, this will help clear their energy, making room for positive energy, freeing them, releasing something, detoxifying. Why is cleanse here with watching clouds for what the divine masculine can do? Cleanse, watching clouds. Cleanse, clear negative energy from your space. Free, relax, detox. Clear negative energy from your space. Sustain, keep on going and keep on growing. Lasting work, thriving. Yeah, it's like sometimes I feel like it can be hard, or not, it can be hard. I feel like sometimes when we're taking actions towards something and we have a goal in mind, right? We're trying to achieve some kind of goal. We can feel kind of the pressure, that's what I was saying. The pressure of needing to continue to take actions. Even mindful, thoughtful actions. It's also important to take that time to relax when we're talking about balance, when we're talking about harmony and this dance we've been talking about, right? It's important to allow ourselves to take that time to rest when we feel it might be beneficial, or when we feel like it's what we need or what we want, you know, and not feel guilty, not feel that pressure to continue taking actions. Because by resting, you're still taking actions, you're still growing, you're still... That's right. Okay, so I was saying with the union card, the blanket, right? I was like, there's a sense of that pressure. If this divine masculine feels that pressure in some way, pressure to continue taking actions, to keep moving forward, right? In an action kind of way, an active way. They're being encouraged to not prohibit themselves from relaxing and resting when needed, wanted, when they feel pulled to do so. If they're feeling tired, if they just want to chill out. Not allowing themselves to feel like guilty or pressured in any way. Because understanding that by them lying back, resting, and relaxing, it's part of this dance. It's allowing this divine feminine to take that leadership role, right? With union, the blanket, this hammock, it's like understanding that even if this divine masculine is chilling in a hammock, it's still sustaining. It's still sustaining this connection. It's still leading to growth. They're still working. This connection, this river is still thriving. It's part of the necessary dance. With the union, this blanket, if they're feeling this pressure, if they're feeling like guilt for taking a moment to relax, they need to wrap themselves up in this blanket. This blanket represents the connection that already exists. The connection that's already been built because of the growth of these counterparts. You know, it's find warmth, feel the togetherness. Maybe that's why this divine masculine is being encouraged to relax. Allow themselves to just feel the connection. Allow themselves to just feel the warmth of it, feel the love. When I was saying more receptive, right? It's like if someone's in a more active energy, even if they're feeling things, right? It's an interesting energetic thing that I don't know how to articulate, but it's almost as if they're not in a position at that moment to feel, like to receive. Does that make sense? But when they relax, when they just allow themselves the time to rest and relax, they're more open and receptive to feel things. Feel the warmth of this blanket. Feel the love in this connection. Interesting. Passion and pleasure for how these combined efforts will benefit the river. Passion and pleasure, savor your life. For how these combined efforts will help this river. Passion and pleasure. Passion and pleasure for how these combined efforts will help this river. Passion and pleasure. Savor your life. Oh, we're going to get real specific. I like it. Whoa. Doorway. It's time to leave the past behind and move on. Release, rebirth, renew. Yeah. Yeah. By the divine feminine taking a leadership role to create balance in this connection, right? Helping to transform, helping to renew this connection, this river. Assisting in the renewal of this river shared with the divine masculine will result in the feeling of passion and pleasure, celebration. It's like opening the door. It's leading them to this kind of, what am I trying to say? Okay, with divine masculine, narrow pathway, what they're currently doing. Conquer. You overcome struggles and heal old trauma. By this divine masculine allowing themselves time to rest after probably continuing to take actions thoughtfully. It's important that they find time to rest and relax to help cleanse, to clear negative energy, possibly from old trauma or current struggles or past struggles. It's like necessary rest to continue going on, to continue going and growing, lasting work, thriving. By these counterparts doing this, their combined efforts will lead to the doorway. It's time to leave the past behind and move on. Release, rebirth, renew. The renewal of this river in a very positive, pleasurable way. Savor your life. It's like a party down by the river. That's what this is leading to. Yeah, okay, so with distant thunder, right? I was talking before for the divine feminine side. It's like whatever the storm is in the past, this divine feminine, you're creative and prolific. You birth new ideas, growth, nurture, child. This divine feminine has learned to simplify their life, to let go of what they can't take on this journey, what they don't want to take on this journey, creating a more lighthearted energy, right? Towards happiness. And I think that they're being encouraged to step into a position of leadership when it comes to getting to this river, when it comes to leading the way towards this river, towards this connection, experiencing more passion and pleasure. When it comes to these counterparts, experiencing more passion and passion and pleasure, savoring their lives. It's time to leave the past behind and move on. I think this divine feminine, I think both counterparts have been focused on leaving the past behind and moving on in order to renew this connection, renew themselves, all of it, releasing what is not beneficial on this journey. And I feel like I need to stress the importance of this for divine masculine. Clear negative energy from your space. Free, release, detox. Keep on going and keep on growing. It's important to allow themselves to rest and relax. Whether that's like in the physical realm, energetically, when it comes to actions they've been taking or are taking or will be taking. It's important for them to find ways to introduce more relaxed energy into their own lives within themselves. Okay. Why is distant thunder here for the divine feminine's current river water energy? Distant thunder for this divine feminine's current river water energy in this earth and fire combination. Distant thunder for the divine feminine's current energy as river water. Distant thunder, clear the air. Authenticity, who you are now in your entirety is worthy and enough. Resist the urge to pretend. Life is asking for more of your truth. Do it your way. This divine feminine has been doing something their way. Clear the air. Maybe part of the water's condition, right? Like if they're purifying the water, maybe part of the toxicity in this water, right? Maybe it has something to do with self-worth, how they view themselves in the present moment, compared to who they want to be in the future, etc., right? Understanding that who they are now in their entirety is worthy and enough. Resist the urge to pretend. Life is asking for more of your truth. There might be something about that too with authenticity, right? Perhaps by this divine feminine stepping into their authenticity, it's helping to clear the air. It's leading to growth, to the nurturing of this river. Authenticity, huh? Interesting. Alright, joy and delight for the divine masculine's current energy. Why is joy and delight here for the divine masculine's current riverbed energy? Permission. The yes you seek is inside of you. Be willing to see a pathway to your dream. Picture the gratitude of your future self for taking the leap. Maybe has this divine masculine had some form of like question answered in a way? Because what was I saying earlier? I said something earlier and I was like, I don't know what I said, but it's relevant to this. Some kind of like new clarity or new victory is at hand and you have cause to celebrate. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, I just put the card away. Shoot. What was I thinking? Yes. The yes you seek is inside of you. Be willing to see a pathway to your dream. Picture the gratitude of your future self for taking the leap. Victory is at hand and you have cause to celebrate. Open your heart to joy. Yeah, this divine masculine has gotten some kind of answer to their question. And I think the answer they've received has them feeling a sense of joy and delight. And it's allowing them to open their heart to joy, seeing the victory, the triumph, having a cause to celebrate. Alright, why is valiant courage here for how these counterparts' energy is affecting the river? Valiant courage, take action with passion. Take action with passion for how the energy of these counterparts is affecting the river. Valiant courage. Decoy. Look for the true culprit. Self-sabotage may be at work. Evaluate if it's something you really need to do or if it's a tempting distraction. Self-sabotage. So there might be something here with inner child, right? Allow yourself to play, create, and have fun. There's something here about the counterparts. One or both. Probably both. There might have been tendencies to self-sabotage in some kind of way. And it might, like the root of that might have something to do with their childhood or their youth. Or the self-sabotage might have been like not allowing themselves to have fun, play, create, relax. That's what it is. Relax. I mean, it could have been the other things, but there's something here about that. Take action with passion. I'm getting like a, like not allowing themselves to go towards what they're passionate about. It's like a suppression energy. There's definite suppression energy on one or both sides. For whatever reasons that might be. It could have something to do with like their, I don't know, like their, whatever happened in their lives as they were growing up and developing into adults, or I don't know. I think that these counterparts have something in common when it comes to self-sabotage and the reasons they do self-sabotage. I don't know what that is, but I think these counterparts would know what it is at some point. Valiant courage. Take action with passion. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I can't let it go. There's something about not allowing themselves to have fun, to play, to like go about things in a lighthearted manner. Whether that's pressures they put on themselves or pressures that were put on them when they were kids. All of the above, both, neither. Resilience. Connect with purpose to shift feelings of overwhelm. Maintain stamina, pace yourself. Remember to stretch before performing great feats. Connect with purpose to shift feelings of overwhelm. Yeah, I think an important part of this specific counterpart connection is there's a lot of, it would be very beneficial for both of these counterparts to lean into a more lighthearted, playful, youthful, relaxed energy. Allowing themselves, giving themselves, okay, here we go. Giving themselves friggin' permission to enjoy themselves, enjoy life, enjoy each other. And there's something about that. I'm getting worked up. Traveling lightly for what the Divine Feminine is currently doing. Traveling lightly for what the Divine Feminine is currently doing that's benefiting this river and connection. Simplify your life. Divine Feminine. Simplify your life. Mentorship. Find your own soul teacher. Show, don't tell. Do your work and be a guiding light for others. I think this Divine Feminine is learning how to simplify their life. Learning how to find happiness. How to free themselves. They're learning how to do this, or they have been learning how to do this, and they're being encouraged to either continue in this position of leadership, whether that's in general, in this connection, or they're being encouraged to take on this leadership role when it comes to sharing what they've learned regarding this and what they've learned regarding transforming, renewal, etc. Show, don't tell. Find your own soul teachers. This Divine Feminine could be guided by others. Soul teachers. Narrow pathway. Tread thoughtfully for what the Divine Masculine is currently doing that's helping this river. Tread thoughtfully. Narrow pathway for what this Divine Masculine is currently doing. I'm liking this energy a lot. It's very fiery. It's an excellent combination of these elements, these energies. Because it's like a grounded co-creation. Let go of competition. Relax ideas of perfection. Embrace playmates. Let the expression of your gifts create opportunities for others. Let go of competition. Relax ideas of perfection. There might be something here about perfectionism. And I was just talking about, like, I was using myself as an example with, like, when I'm editing these videos, I could get super critical of myself. I have there's a significant perfectionist within me that I'm learning to say shut up to on occasion. Co-creation. Let go of relax ideas of perfection. Embrace playmates. Embrace play/mates. It was earth and water. It was water and earth that I was the river playmates for eternity. I remember now. Co-creation. Relax ideas of perfection. Embrace playmates. Let the expression of your gifts create opportunities for others. Wise narrow pathway. Tread thoughtfully here for what the divine masculine is currently doing that's helping this river. Tread thoughtfully. Narrow pathway for what the divine masculine. Expression. Your creative soul beckons you to create something tangible. Wait no longer. What you wish to make wishes you to make it. Tell us the truth with beauty. Beauty. Perhaps this divine masculine is treading thoughtfully, taking actions, taking steps in a mindful manner when it comes to expressing their soul, creating something tangible. What you wish to make wishes you to make it. Yeah, there's something about this damn blanket. What I was saying about that. Because it's like, if someone's feeling pressured or like a sense of responsibility in some way to make things happen, it's like what they're trying to make happen is already there. It's already there. Just maybe not in a tangible 3D kind of way. It exists. It's already there. The pressure's not all on this divine masculine is kind of what I'm getting. They might be feeling like it's all on them in some way. And that's why they're being encouraged to just lie back, rest, and relax. Yeah, I'm getting kind of like it's like being hard on themselves in some way. I think that might have something to do with this. Like what I was saying before about self-sabotage, the reasons why we self-sabotage. A lot of like why this divine masculine might put so much pressure on themselves. Like whatever the root cause of that is. I think that's what's being healed and overcome in some way. It might be a part of why this divine masculine or both counterparts, why it's hard for them to allow themselves to enjoy life, allow themselves to relax, to play, have fun. All right. Why is stepping into your power for what these counterparts are currently doing in this earth and fire combination? Stepping into power for what they're doing is affecting the river. Stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. Facilitate. Hold a sacred space for others. Release your need to be the guru. Allow others room to share their gifts and shine. Resist the urge to micromanage. It's like this river, because I'm looking at it as both from the river's perspective and the river's experience, and also the perspective of these counterparts and the connection as a whole. Hold a sacred space for others. It's like, by what these counterparts are currently doing, it's helping this river become powerful. It's helping this river as its own life force, right? If we look at this river as its own entity, it has its own life, right? That river is able to step into its power, becoming strong beyond measure. With beauty and union, like the beautiful union between these earth energies, the fire energies, the river water, the river bend and bank, it's all creating this beautifully woven union, a secure and lasting relationship. And it's also doing that regarding the counterparts and their connection. Hold a sacred space for others. Release your need to be the guru. Allow others room to share their gifts and shine. Resist the urge to micromanage. Micromanaging might be a challenge for one or both counterparts as well. Like if we're talking about perfectionism, right? I don't remember why I was talking about it, but I was talking about perfectionism. Or self-sabotage in some kind of way. Okay. Wise leader here for what the divine feminine energy can do to continue helping the river. Wise leader for what the divine feminine can do that will help the river. Wise leader. Focus. Make a choice and take the appropriate next action. What you desire is worth your attention. Remove distraction. Put your intention into motion with thought and aligned effort. So the divine feminine river water energy is being encouraged to maintain focus when it comes to being a wise leader in this connection, when it comes to the creation, the tending of this, the nurturing of this river, right? Make a choice and take the appropriate next action. Experiencing a sudden transformation. What was that? Communicate. Clarify others' intentions. Demonstrate your values. Remember that your words create your reality. It's like I'm getting a similar energy to this narrow pathway, right? But it's more of a flowing, less thoughtful, more feeling energy. And that energy is, like what I'm feeling is the river's energy, or the river water's energy, as it's intentionally flowing through this river, right? It's like allowing themselves to be the river water, taking the lead in this river. Does that make sense? It's like this divine feminine is being encouraged to allow themselves to focus on taking the lead in this connection, to take the lead regarding this river that's being created, nurtured. It's funny because it's like this divine masculine is being encouraged to allow themselves to rest and relax. Just be, here we go. It all comes together. Divine masculine is being encouraged to allow themselves, and I'm emphasizing to allow themselves the opportunity to just be the riverbed. Just be. Just be that right now. And this divine feminine energy is encouraged to just be this river water energy, but with focused intent. Allowing themselves, they're being encouraged to allow themselves to focus on being the river water energy. Focused on what they can do as a leader, what they can do to take the lead to create this passion and pleasure. Why is watching clouds here for what the divine masculine can do to further help this river? Watching clouds, lie back, rest, and relax for what the divine masculine can do. Also, I just found myself not breathing. That happens when I'm like very like stressed or worried, or I stop breathing, and like I have to consciously be like, oh shit, I'm not breathing. Well, let me start breathing again. So there's something about that. Why is watching clouds here for what this divine masculine is being encouraged to do? Watching clouds, lie back, rest, and relax. Lie back, rest, and relax for this divine masculine. Catharsis. Feel your feelings before you try to move forward. The solution may be emotional rather than logical. A messy situation may be an important healing in disguise. Feel your feelings before you try to move forward. Yeah, that's what I was saying. When was I saying that? About this divine masculine stepping into a more receptive role right now as part of this dance, right? It's important for them to feel something, and the blanket, right? Feeling the connection, or feeling the warmth and love of the connection, understanding that it already exists. There's no reason to stress about this. That's important. There's no reason to stress about this. It's already existing. This divine feminine is being encouraged to take the lead at this point in time. This divine feminine is capable of taking the lead, having that more leadership role in this moment as part of this dance. Feel your feelings before you try to move forward. The solution may be emotional rather than logical. Cleanse. Clear negative energy. sustain, keep on going, free, release, detox, overcoming struggles and healing old trauma, right? Trauma is emotional. Trauma affects our thoughts. So maybe it's important for this masculine to allow themselves time to rest and relax in order to fully, like when I was saying before about like rushing the process of healing, right? I think this is that kind of situation where it's important to not rush it, to feel the feelings before trying to move forward. Why is passion and pleasure here for how these combined efforts will help the river? Passion and pleasure for how their combined efforts will help the river. Liminal. Breathe through the confusion. Discover fledgling. I don't know if this is a typo. It says fledgling. Fledgling inspiration. Uncertain places are where the most exciting visions are born. The zone of infinite possibility calls you into a time of magic. Yeah, it's like as both of these counterparts leave the past behind, move on, focus on releasing and renewal of this river, of this connection. Once they can do that, once they fully process and heal that, it allows the river to enter this zone of infinite possibility, calling them into a time of magic, experiencing the passion, pleasure, the magic of this connection. It's what leads them to this door, the doorway. Okay. Why is liminal here with passion and pleasure for how these combined efforts will help the river? Liminal. Liminal with passion and pleasure. Vitality. Protect your energy. Invite life-affirming relationships. Release energy vampires. Honor your body's requests. Protect your energy. Vitality. Vitality. Life-affirming relationships. Release energy vampires. It's like I'm kind of seeing the energy vampires, right? Like people refer to other people as energy vampires. Those who just take and take from us without giving in return. But I think our past, I think traumas are what am I trying to say? Like when we're allowing our past traumas to influence our current lives, our current inner worlds, outer worlds, our connections, etc., right? Those past traumas are acting as energy vampires in a way because it's taking away from the vitality of our current lives, of our current connections. Okay, let's get some messages of guidance and advice for all 6 signs involved here. So all earth signs, all fire signs. All right, earth and fire counterparts. Let's start with earth. All right, why? We have a card of guidance for Virgo. Virgo, please. Any Virgo energy involved in this connection? Virgo, what guidance do we have for Virgo? Narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully, stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. Yeah, this has to do with recognizing your strength, recognizing the power you have as you're treading thoughtfully, or understanding the power of being able to see things in a way that have led you to tread thoughtfully, or recognizing how this has helped you step into your power. Interesting. I'm going to clarify both of these. Why is stepping into power here for Virgo? Journey by moonlight. Believe in magic. So there's something here for Virgo. You are strong beyond stepping into your power. Journey by moonlight. Believe in magic. Recognizing how much strength it takes to believe in magic. To believe in what's relatively unseen, right? It takes a lot of faith, a lot of strength to not only humor the idea, but truly believe in it. because a lot of people are afraid to believe in magic. A lot of people don't even allow themselves to actually consider it a possibility. A lot of people tend to focus on only what can be seen and felt in this physical realm, right? It takes a lot of strength, courage. It takes a lot to truly believe in magic. Wise narrow pathway here for Virgo. Tread thoughtfully for Virgo. Gates of triumph. Success expands in your life. Yeah. By following this narrow path, by creating this narrow pathway, by treading thoughtfully, being mindful of the actions you take. This is leading you to gates of triumph. Success is expanding in your life. It's leading to your happiness with the sun back here. This path. Oh, what's underneath? Divine healing. Honor your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. Divine healing. Hilarion. Honor your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. That's kind of what I was saying before when Narrow Pathway came out and Divine Masculine was being encouraged to rest and relax. Honor your sensitivity. Honor the way you feel. Respect. I'm definitely getting, because it's like, okay, how much strength, how much courage it takes to believe in magic. It also takes strength and courage to honor your sensitivity, to give your emotions power, to allow yourself to feel thoroughly, not just on a superficial level. Placing importance, placing value on one's emotions, right? It takes a lot of strength and I keep forgetting the word I'm using. Strength and courage to allow yourself that when it comes to feelings, emotions. It's like if we're talking about, let's say, old traumas, right? Current feelings, old feelings, etc. It's allowing yourself to feel them thoroughly and processing them thoroughly. Understanding the value and importance of doing so. Alright, who's next? Capricorn. Do we have a card for Capricorn, please? Capricorn. What advice, guidance do we have for Capricorn? Wise leader. You are a beacon for others. You're being encouraged to take the lead, share your knowledge, be a beacon for others in some way. Horus, cosmic gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Capricorn, you're being encouraged to I'm kind of getting like helping others follow their inspirations or pursue their passions in some way, or help others learn or help influence others in a way to follow their passions, to go after their desires. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. You have a lot of wisdom. The wisdom you possess is magnetic and powerful. You understand. You know how to communicate, how to create miraculous changes. As individuals, or for individuals, for collectives, you're being encouraged to step into that power. Alright, who's next? Taurus. What guidance do we have for Taurus? Breaking trail. A breakthrough is at hand. Breakthrough is at hand. Why is breaking trail here for Taurus? Breaking trail. Discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. Breaking trail. As advice, guidance. I don't know if this is saying, because it's like with breaking trail, right? This farmer is discovering a new path, creating a new path that might lead to discovering truth. or by standing in the light of their truth, this farmer is creating a new path. They're finding a new path. Why is discovering truth there with breaking trail for Taurus? Discovering truth with breaking trail. Finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. I don't know if this has something to do with finding sanctuary. I'm kind of getting like that blanket feeling. Finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. Standing, discovering truth. Breakthrough is at hand. Kind of like, oh, what am I getting from this? I'm kind of getting like, if this is... So, you're being encouraged, whoa, you're being encouraged to stand in the light of truth. Whatever your truth might be, stand in it. It's like, what am I getting? It's like not hesitating to stand in your own personal truth. And this might have something to do with opening to your spiritual source. Because it's like with opening, right? It's something was closed, and then it's open. So, opening to your spiritual source, finding sanctuary. A sanctuary is a sacred place or designated safe haven that offers protection, shelter, and refuge. A sanctuary, a sacred place or a designated safe haven. Yeah, it's that blanket energy. If whatever I was saying before about the blanket, you might resonate with that, or it might mean something to you. And whatever I said regarding that, like if I said anything that can be considered guidance, that's your guidance. There's something here about, I don't know if, this breakthrough card is what's throwing me off as guidance advice, right? Because it's like, I'm not sure if there's something, because before this farmer started digging through this wall of wheat, this was unknown. Whatever was behind here was unknown or blocked off in a way. Yeah, it's like allowing whatever truth is discovered, whatever sovereignty. What is this? Be the ruler of your domain. Wear your crown with pride. You've earned it. Stand in your power and your inherent deservingness. Sovereignty. I finally learned to pronounce it right. Thank goodness. Discovering truth. You stand on the light of truth. Breaking trail. I'm getting kind of like an embracing some kind of truth, or some kind of truth that is to be found after having this breakthrough. And then finding a sense of safety or comfort in it. And I strongly believe that blanket situation is involved. Whatever I said, I don't remember what I said. Whatever I said during that blanket situation, there's an emphasis on that here. All right. Who else? Fire, huh? Fire. Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. What do we have for Sagittarius? Too many. What do we have for Sagittarius? Stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. You're being encouraged to find, recognize, and step into your own power. Believe your own power. You are strong beyond measure. Recognizing how strong you are. Recognizing, discovering the strengths that you possess. Why is stepping into power here for Sagittarius? Whoa! Kuan Yin. Care and compassion. Choose to be love. Do what is right for everyone involved. Offer a helping hand. I'm getting kind of like a Libra energy. Like do what is right for everyone involved. Like a justice kind of energy. So I don't know if those of you who are watching who resonate with the Sagittarius energy, if you have strong like Libra placements or you resonate with that kind of energy. Choose to be love. Choose to be love. So it's like that choice we make to think with love, to act with love, to show care and compassion, to feel care and compassion. Maybe it's recognizing the strength that you have when it comes to your care and compassion energy. Choose to be loved. Do what is right. The strength it takes, the power you have when it comes to doing what is right for everyone involved. offering a helping hand. Maybe it's utilizing your strengths, stepping into your power in order to offer a helping hand in some way because of coming from a place of love, care, and compassion. Aries. What do we have for Aries? Heart awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. Heart awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. Yeah, it's reminding me of that dancing energy we were talking about, right? It's not allowing ourselves to perceive things as static or perceive things as like, no, this is my role as divine feminine. No, this is my role as divine masculine. You know, like allowing ourselves to give and receive in balance, understanding that these divine counterpart connections are all about a dance. It's all about, what did I say? It's responsive. It's responding to the current needs of the connection in a beneficial and appropriate manner. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. Why is heart awakening? Awaken to acceptance and divine love here for Aries. Reaching your destination, your light is shining brightly. It's like I'm giving you're being encouraged to maintain your own frequency, tending to yourself, making sure that you keep your light shining brightly. Reaching your destination. This card reminds me of this bubble, and it has a castle in it. It seems kind of unreal or fantasy. So there might be something here about how one perceives reciprocity, giving and taking, etc. I don't know if there's something about how one's been perceiving the other counterpart in this connection or this connection as a whole when it comes to expectations, having expectations, right? Understanding that it's a dance. Understanding that there's a necessary balance that needs to happen in this dance when it comes to giving and receiving. It's like the ways that our energy, our actions, what we're doing as individuals, how that affects the other counterpart, how it affects the connection as a whole, the river, you know? Interesting. Who else we got? Leo. What do we have for Leo in this connection? High Priestess. Master Jesus, forgiveness, the High Priestess. Powerful psychic insights, reflection and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. You're being encouraged to be at peace, to continue utilizing and being in this High Priestess energy, allowing yourself to be open to receiving guidance, receiving information, following your intuition. Forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father healing is possible at this time. There might be something here involving father healing. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father healing is possible at this time. Why is forgiveness here with the High Priestess for Leo? Why is forgiveness here with the High Priestess for Leo? Forgiveness, High Priestess. Charity, prayer, and contemplation. Connect with heaven. Ask and you shall receive. You might be being encouraged to reflect and medicate. Interesting. It's interesting I said that. Medicate. You might be encouraged to reflect and meditate because this will help provide you with valuable information. It will help you be at peace. And this could have something to do with forgiveness in some way. Or this could help with your path of love, light, and forgiveness. The path you're on. Love, light, and forgiveness. Prayer and contemplation. Connect with heaven. Ask and you shall receive. If it comes to meditating, reflecting, Ask for what you want. Ask for what information you want. You will receive it. All right. Well, thank you again for being here. Thank you for those of you who stayed. And yeah, until next time. Bye.